not be as motivated as they should be.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Can you give me evidence of where you've seen effective decision-making behaviour, and just say whether it was sort of like a positive or negative experience, Lauren?
So, for example,
I'll move on and come back.
In the army, when they're like on tour and stuff,
Mhm.
The leader will give out different, decisions
Mhm. And what?
on like where to go, what
Yeah.
to do,
Where
times
to go, what to do?
out.
Good.
If it goes well,
Yeah.
the team will get more motivated to do the
Yeah.
actual.
And if it goes wrong?
out. If it goes wrong and there's injuries,
Yeah.
they're going to be more reluctant to
Correct.
leave the safety of the
Yeah.
players.
Absolutely. Ruby?
Like Anna was saying, showing tactics and strategies.
Yeah. Tactics, strategies, good. Yeah.
Opening opportunities for
Yeah.
the team to give ideas
Mm.
and obviously to be more creative
Mm.
over how they actually do the task in
Mm.
hand.
Yeah, that's good. And positives and negatives to that, yeah. Obviously, same as
Yeah.
Anna, really. Yeah, successful.
Wanted,
Yeah,
and,
yeah, making people
obviously more
valued.
reluctant if it goes wrong.
If it's wrong, well done. Do you get anything there?
I was just thinking about the leader giving jobs to the people who have more strength in others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
And
Yeah.
that'll have a positive effect because they know that they're strong in that area
Mm.
and that they can deal with the job that's been given.
Yeah.
And it would have negative as they've been given that job and that's what that leader thinks and they can't disagree with that.
Right. Could it have a positive though?
Positive that they do trust the leader's
Yeah.
decision because they are more experienced in
Absolutely.
the
Yeah. And even though they might not agree with it, they'll go with it anyway because they
Yeah.
trust the decision. Cohesiveness. Yeah. What is it and why is it important? Do you think in the uniformed
Where
services?
a team is kind of close knit together,
Hmm.
where there's no conflict and no kind of
Yeah.
against each other.
Why is it important?
It's important because if you didn't have cohesion in a group,
Mhm.
there'd be arguments all the time. They wouldn't get
Yeah.
any work done because they'd be at each other's throats.
Yeah. What would you say, Ruby? That cohesiveness and why it's important.
So they're knitted together, they know the strengths and weaknesses, they know the
Yeah.
mannerisms of the group,
Mm-hmm.
so they know what best way they can combat the weaknesses and work together.
Mm. Yeah.
What like learning style they have,
Mm-hmm.
what is needed to produce that learning style to make
Yeah.
them learn and help. And, yeah.
If there were no cohesiveness, they would be disjointed. They wouldn't be a cohesive group. When they are cohesive, they'll know each other's strengths and weaknesses of each individual in the team.
Mm-hmm.
They'll know which role they'll put each other in when they're in a situation
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah. Obviously, uniformed services, we need these strongly knitted together teams, don't we? Because they're getting less and less manpower to do the job. So it's important the manpower we've got works together effectively, isn't it? Okay, what sort of bit of kit? I gave you a bit of a task to go and look at an example of technology you feel's impacted on team function, and just say how it is a positive impact. Now it's a negative impact. Ruby, what did you come up with?
The available technology to British Army, Bowman radio, encrypted data, what's changed over time, so no one can intercept it. GPS, so they have accurate positioning, and voice and speech.
Yeah.
Not just two-way radios, but
Yeah.
obviously it can be used as a phone, communicating device over different
Yeah.
squadrons,
Yeah.
different frequencies,
Yeah.
and it was 25k, so it's light and easy to move.
Yeah. You
And
tried
it can
lifting
be mounted.
25k before running around, bloody heavy to me. But lighter than the original, wasn't it?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the original.
that's right, the ptarmigan and what have you. So, I mean, there's plenty of positives there, and how it impacts on function. What about negatives?
Very expensive piece of equipment.
Yeah. But how does it impact on team function negatively?
If you don't have a proper trained signaller there to
Yeah.
operate it, it cannot be operated.
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody, a lot of people have got to know how to use it
Yeah.
for it to be effective. Well done, yeah. I know, what would you say?
I pick mobile phones because there's easy web access to
Mhm.
information if you need it. If you don't understand something, you can easily look it up. You can make virtual notes of different things. So if you're
As we are now.
if you're listening to someone, you can easily just write
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
key points. You can easily take pictures of things.
Mhm.
So you don't want to.
Yeah.
You want to remember it, but you don't want to have to
Yeah.
write everything down or draw
So,
it up.
so it is, you know, I can see the negative, the positives really clearly, you know, better ways of communicating, better ways of taking information from scenes, you know. What about the negatives?
It can stop verbal communication.
It does, yeah.
Towards each other.
It does, doesn't it? It can stifle it. People don't use it as
can
much.
also be distracting because you've got other things on
Yeah.
the phone.
Absolutely, yeah.
Other than just work-related things.
And what's
So,
the other
yeah,
big negative if, like, the college is like, you know, if it's like our colleges,
The Wi-Fi.
the Wi-Fi or whatever won't work and the connection down, and we've got to go back to old ways of doing it. Well done.
I chose the personal rural radio.
Yeah.
It's a small transmitter receiver allowing infantry soldiers to communicate over short distances. From that sentence, I can see that it'll be a disadvantage because it's short distances.
Yes. Absolutely, yeah.
It is issued to every member of 8 strong infantry firearms. It is a simple and easy man-made machine. It's made to keep sustained even in the harshest environment, so it'll keep it won't
Working,
break
yeah.
very easy. It's effective through thick walls and buildings. It enables commanders to react quickly and efficiently to rapid changing situations, including constant contact with the enemy.
Good.
This increases the effectiveness of infantry firearms.
So what would you say the negatives are then? Because obviously we've got a lot of positives there. What's the negatives on
well,
team function?
As I said, it only communicates over short distances,
Yeah.
so that would be a problem. It's probably going to be very expensive, as it said that
But what about team function? How does it negatively impact on team function?
it's quite an old kind of radio that it may not be as easy to use, and you may need
Well, no, it is
training.
easy to use.
I don't know.
Okay, anybody else think of a negative on team function for personal
It
radio?
has 256 channels, so it's hard to sweep through trying to get in contact with different
Well
teams.
done, yeah, you've got to keep swapping channels, haven't you?
It's quite bulky at 380mm.
Yeah, it is.
But the battery life for 20 hours
Yeah.
is good for the operation.
Yeah, but so there are negative
Yeah.
connotations to this, even though it is, as Lauren said, bloody useful. There are negatives to team function, and I think it's similar to what we're talking about with the mobile. If we don't get a signal,
Yeah.
we're knackered. We're gonna have to go for a different methodology, a different use. Okay, guys, this is lovely. Thank you. Right, so we've got